All right, so I feel compelled to speak again about everything being a gift from the Spirit. So let's start off here because if you're going through something difficult, then you're like, how can this possibly be a gift? Like what a crappy gift. I don't want that. Have you ever gotten a gift and you're like, nope, this needs to be regifted or immediately thrown in the trash. Sometimes situations and things like that come into our life and we don't want it. And we just don't want it. But if you can look at things differently and realize that everything truly is a gift from the Spirit, then it can help you with the process of life. So I'm going to give you an example here. So there was a situation in my life that I wasn't liking. And I asked a friend for some advice, and this friend kind of gave me a man's perspective on things, which helped me to realize, like, oh, I see what's going on here. Because we operate very differently, men and women. I guess it really depends on the situation, but he helped to enlighten me in a way and to see things, a little more clearly. Which, it wasn't what I wanted to hear, but I was appreciative for it because it was very helpful, what it was that he told me. I'm seeing something and I'm saying, well, this is what's going on and here's the situation, and he's telling me, oh yeah, no, I see what's going on there, basically telling me that I was being tricked. So, and I had intuited something was up, something wasn't right, whatever, and so him telling me this was really helpful. But at the same time, hurt. I mean, not what he said, but just the whole entire situation. And so, I know I'm being very vague about this, but what came from this is that every single thing is a gift from the Spirit. So it's like, okay, well, if what he's telling me is true, which I'm choosing to believe it, then how can I learn from this? How can this be a gift from the Spirit? And what can I do about it? So I want you to take whatever situation it is that you're going through right now, whatever it happens to be. Maybe maybe life's just friggin' great. Everything's good. Maybe there is no area. But that's good. I'm thankful for that for you. But if ever you did go through something, or maybe there's something still lingering from the past that, harms you when, it just causes harmful feelings when you think about it, or it's something that you're having to deal with, or something that you're letting go of that's, for some reason, very difficult to let go of, and you're trying to create some distance or some space from this thing that you're letting go of, or maybe it's someone that you're letting go of, whatever it happens to be. If you look at this as that everything is from the Spirit, and you were to meditate on that, how would that change things for you? How would that shift your perspective? Because life is all about perspective. There is no good, there is no bad, but it is our thinking mind that creates it to be either good or either bad. And I could take a situation from my past and I could say, oh, this is bad. I could label it. I could put some kind of label on it. I would never do that. I would have in the past. But if you could take a situation from the past and you could switch it up and you could perceive it more honestly, that it is not bad, but that it is indeed a gift from the Spirit, how would that change things for you? How can you look at what it is that you are currently going through, whether it is stuck energies, which if you are in stuck energies, it is about letting go. Now, this might not be letting go of someone or something. This might be letting go of an ego attachment. This might be letting go of some kind of perspective or some way of thinking that is not beneficial to you. So when I'm speaking about letting go, I'm not saying you need to call up Nancy and be like, hey, Nancy, we can't be friends anymore. I know that you don't really got my back. That's not what I'm talking about. Sometimes we need to let go of things that are blocking us. So this could be a fear that we have, that the past is going to come back to burden and wound us again in the future. Maybe that's something you need to let go of. But whatever the case happens to be, if everything comes from Spirit, which it does, everything is a gift from the Spirit, then look at it as something that is actually beneficial for you, right? Something that growth, that personal or spiritual growth can come from letting go of whatever it happens to be. So let's say that this is an ego attachment. Let's say that you feel a certain way and that you have something in your ego that's not allowing you to do what it is that you want to be doing. Maybe that you got a lot of fear, that you're saying, ooh, I'm really passionate about this particular thing, whatever it happens to be, but my ego is standing in the way of letting me pursue that thing. Well, what's going to happen if this is the case is that you are going to be in these stuck energies. There's not going to be movement forward. There's not going to be movement backwards. There's not going to be movement at all, because you are now stuck in the mud. You are stuck in that spiritual place of non-movement. Now, as I said, everything comes from the Spirit, so this is a blessed space as well. This will be a reminder for you in the future, once you relieve yourself of those stuck energies, that you don't ever want to get back there ever again. But what needs to happen is you need to become very aware of what led to this in the first place. What got you here in that stuck energy, in that particular area, in the first place? It will be some type of belief, and I can almost guarantee you, 100%, that there is some kind of fear-based energies that are surrounding it, that are around that, whatever that stuck energy is. There's some fear that's in there. And if you were to examine the beliefs that are around that, there would be fear-based beliefs that are there. Because if there was only loving beliefs, if there was only divine alignment in your beliefs, then this would not be the case. You would not be stuck right now. Now, I'm not saying that you're necessarily stuck right now, but I just said that you're stuck right now, so perhaps you are. Perhaps there's some area of your life that you feel completely stuck in, and you are like, what the heck? How do I get myself out of this? Well, the only way that you can get yourself out of it is by letting go of something. Whether it is a belief, whether it is someone, maybe it's a piece of property. Maybe you are really tied to holding on to, some certain house that at some point you really wanted it. You just really loved it, and you feel like, oh, there's these opportunities here, there, and everywhere, but I'm tied to this particular piece of property, this certain place on the earth. I can't leave it, or whatever it happens to be. I'm saying people can be stuck for all kinds of reasons that really, truly, when you look back on it in 10 years, aren't going to make a whole lot of sense. Go forward 10, 15 years, what would you say to yourself in the situation that you're in right now? Would you say, hey, you know what? Stop it. What's your problem? Why don't you just let go of that belief or that thing or whatever it happens to be, so that you can move forward and get out of those and get yourself unstuck? So here's the deal. Every single thing comes from belief. Every single thing comes from spirit. So all things are coming into you. Everything is a gift from the Spirit. Even the beliefs that you have, even those negative beliefs that you have, they are all a gift from the Spirit. Why are they a gift from the Divine Spirit? Because they all lead to a spiritual outcome. I was told very specifically that it did not matter by which means you were seeking that divine alignment. It didn't matter how you were seeking the truth, that spiritual truth. It didn't matter what avenue that you went down. As long as you were open-minded and you continually were seeking and you did not give up and you kept seeking, you would come to the truth. The truthfulness would come to you through your seeking of it. Seek and you shall find, I guess, is what comes to mind here right now. Well, because at the time when this message came to me, I thought, there was somebody that I knew and they were seeking spiritual means through something that I was like, it just didn't make any sense to me, because I had experienced the love of the divine, and I thought, well, you're not going to get it from that thing that you're going after. But I didn't tell this person this. I didn't say that, but this was just a thought that I had. But I was up at my cabin, and so I was in this enlightened state where all kinds of messages and downloads were coming to me and intuitive hits. And so I was told this very specifically, that it didn't matter how that particular person was seeking, as long as they kept on seeking, they would come to the truth. Everything is a gift from the Spirit. So sometimes we go through things in life that force us to seek, right? Because when you are comfortable, when things are just going good and going great and all the things, you're not seeking nothing. Nope. You're living in the now, which is great. We should be living in the now. That's where we're manifesting from. So living in that high vibration, in that divine love alignment in the now is the most wonderful place that you can be at. But if you aren't yet there, it takes a bit of traveling, it takes a bit of a journey to get to that place. So this is why everything is a gift from the Spirit, even the perceivably bad things. Because you have to seek to find your way out of these things. Now, I was in a stuck energy for quite some time, and it came to me that there was a letting go that needed to happen in order to open myself up to new energies that were more in alignment with myself so that they could come in. But I was in this stuck energy for quite some time, months and months. To me, that's a long time. And so as I was in that stuck energy, what did I learn from it? Oh man, did I learn a lot of things. First of all, I realized how valuable that I am. And I realized how worthy I am. And I also realized that what it is that I want, it wants me too. What it is that I want, it wants me too. What it is that I'm seeking, it is seeking for me too. And therefore, if there is something that I want and it does not want me back, that is not the thing that I was looking for. It's not the thing. So that thing that you are so passionate about, whatever it happens to be, whatever, maybe it's making muffins, maybe it's cooking cakes, maybe it's doing art, maybe it's being some type of liaison, doing this and that. I don't know what it is for you. Every single person is different, and we all came here with something that we are so passionate about that's deep inside of us. And if you don't have that thing, it's because there's something that needs to be healed within you so that that passionate thing can be unleashed. Now, I'm saying every single person is something different. Maybe you are just passionate about being a really good mother, about having a really good family. That's the thing then for you. That's the thing. It doesn't mean that there needs to be something that's done outside of your house that you need to go out into the world and pursue it and do it. No. Every single one of us are here for something different. And so that passion that you have within you is going to differ. Considering the person that you're sitting next to, you probably got different passionate pursuits, unless, of course, you're all a team together and you have then found your team and you are all passionately pursuing something together, and that is a powerful thing. But every single person is different, and all of this is a gift from the Spirit. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes the thing that we are passionate about gets blocked and it gets stuck temporarily, and we're trying to figure out, why is this happening? Why is this not moving forward? Well, I will tell you every single time, it's because there's something that needs to be learned. Every single time there is something that needs to be let go of. That is always the answer. That sometimes there's something we need to let go of, and I'm going to tell you what it is. Because it's always the same answer. It's everything that is not in divine loving alignment. Simple. That's it. So if there's fear, if there's anger, if there's sadness, those things are not in divine loving alignment. Those are the things that need to be let go of. And as you let go of those things that are not that divine love, what has happened through this process, and in that moment that you decide, is you have then freed up all that energy that you had, that you were wasting, that you were spending on that thing that wasn't the thing. But that thing was a gift from the Spirit, because absolutely everything is. Absolutely everybody is a gift from the Spirit. There is nothing here that is in front of you, behind you, inside you, outside you, around you, that is not a gift from the Spirit. These things come so that we can learn from them. They are teaching moments. And if we are in the stuckness, if we are in some chaotic or destructive situation currently in our life, it is here for learning. It could be to teach you that, hey, you brought this upon yourself through that way that you used to think. It could be, hey, you need to learn how valuable and important you are, and that it really matters what it is that you want. Because here's the thing, nobody can live your life for you except for you. What you choose and what you decide, I want to do this today, I want to do that. Don't let anybody else determine those things for you. What is it that you want? This is your life. It's only your life. It's only you that can choose and that can decide these things for yourself. What is it that you want? And don't settle for an ounce less of that. Because why would you settle? Settling is implying I don't have what I want. So why would you settle? Don't settle. Go for what you want. And if you don't have what you want, then you need to let go of something. This could be your ego. This could be, I don't know what it is for you. You probably know. Just through me talking, you're thinking you already know what it is that you need to let go of. I don't know what it is, but you know. And so as you identify that thing, that's the most important thing, because if you're unaware that you even have a thing that you need to let go of, well, how are you going to let go of something that you don't even know? You're walking around, you've been holding an apple for 7 days, and you're like, oh, my hand is so tired, I can't even take it anymore, and you don't even see that you've been holding on to something that you didn't even know that you were holding on to it. And somebody says, hey, you've been holding on to that apple for 7 days, and you're like, I have? What the heck? And you put that apple down, and all of a sudden, oh, your hand feels totally free. Sometimes other people might point something out to you, and it's going to make you realize, and you're going to think, oh, and that thing that they told you is a gift from the Spirit. Now I know that there is jealousy here in the world, and that sometimes people will trick you. Sometimes there's tricky energies that you got to work with. Sometimes people might straight up lie to you, and you're going to have to deal with that. But even that is a gift from the Spirit. It can help you to gain that deep insight that you have within you when you intuitively know, something's a little bit off here. I don't know. I don't trust this. Listen to it. Why aren't you listening to that intuition that's guiding you and that's telling you things? When you see something, when you hear something, when you know something, why do you dismiss it so easily and say, oh, okay, well, yeah, I must have been wrong about that. You were not wrong about that. Everything is a gift from the Spirit. Every single thing. But sometimes we don't like this beautiful gift that's been given to us. And we think, no, I don't like that beautiful gift. I don't think I want that beautiful gift. I'm afraid that if I accept that beautiful gift, something bad's going to happen. So I'm just not going to take it. That's your choice. We make choices all the time, and there will be learning that comes from it. But there will be consequences that come from that as well. When that beautiful thing is presented to you, if you don't take it, if you don't want it, that's up to you. It's your choice. Do you want it? And if you do, then why would you talk yourself out of something so beautiful and so wonderful, such a wonderful gift that just came into your life, and you're like, no, I don't think I want that thing. I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid. Well, if you're going to continue to be too afraid, those energies of afraid are going to manifest in your life in multiple ways, endless ways, so many ways. And you will have so many more things that you can be afraid of. And even these things will be the gift from the Spirit, because at some point there will be so many of them, and it will be so overwhelming that you will decide, okay, today's the day. I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to change things. I'm going to choose to do something differently. I'm going to decide and make different decisions from here on out. And I'm going to choose to make my decisions those that are in alignment with that loving divine that is around me, that surrounds me, and that is in absolutely everything, including myself. And as you choose and you make different decisions for yourself that are more in alignment with what it is that you want, life becomes easier and you feel free. How does it feel when you have a day and you spend that day going out and doing whatever you want? You come home, you're like, I feel like maybe painting myself a picture or doing some kind of craft or doing something, I don't know what it is that you do, just something that you'd think would be fun and enjoyable. And then you sit down and you do that. You're really in the moment when you're doing it, and it's just enjoyable. The day goes by, the day ends, and it's evening, and you think, oh, it was such a chill day. Oh, that was so good. That felt nice. That was a really great day. Why don't you choose to have those days every day? What is it that you want? Do you want to have days like that every day? You can choose and you can make decisions that will be in alignment with that. Now, you might say, I have a career that doesn't allow me to do that. Well, you chose that for yourself, didn't you? So you, at some point, wanted that. And so if you, at some point here in the future, want something different, well, you're going to have to choose and make different decisions so that whenever it is that it comes up that those things fall into alignment for you in the future, you say, all right, no, this is actually what I wanted. Now, I thought that I wanted that thing over there, and I did at the time, but then I tested it out, and it wasn't the thing, and so now I think that this is the thing that I'm going to choose for myself, and this is the thing that I want. And so as you make different decisions, and it's all through choosing what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want, as you make different decisions that are more in alignment with the divine love, which if it's something that you want, it's going to be pulling passionately on your heartstrings. You won't be able to stop thinking about it. You're going to think about it all the time. You're going to think, how can I make that thing happen? How can I do that? How can I get that thing that it is that I want? There's your sign. If you can't stop thinking about it, it's that thing. For me, it's spirituality, and it's always been this way. It's always been there. No matter the friends I had, no matter the what, it would come up in conversations. I can't avoid it. I can't stop speaking about it. And so if you're my friend, you're going to get in on the mix of that. We're going to talk about spiritual things all the time. And so if you're not a spiritual person, you're not going to enjoy that. You're going to say, ooh, that's not what it is that I want. That hurts my heart even speaking that out loud. That just changed my vibe 100% right there when I even just spoke that out loud. It depleted all my energy away. So I can't even imagine doing work that didn't involve that. I can't imagine that. Oh, what a depleting and draining thing that would be to go. And I understand now. I understand people going to work from 8 till 5 and doing something that they don't want. They probably feel like I'm feeling right now in this exact second when I'm just speaking about it. You have to choose what it is that you want. But that career that you don't love, that thing that you're doing that you don't love, that is also a gift from the Spirit that is pushing you towards what you want. But you got to recognize, I don't want this. Okay, so what's the opposite? What is it that I do want? And when you figure that out, pursue it and go after it because it wants you too. And it will bring renewed life and renewed energy into you. This is why I can speak to you guys here daily, that I can put out a daily podcast. I met somebody the other day and they said, oh man, it's hard doing those podcasts. I had to prep this long for that and I ended up with this and that. This is not work to me. This is love. All I'm doing is speaking love out of my mouth and it just flows out so easily. I choose it for myself because I love it, because I want it, because I want to share my story, because I know it's so helpful for people. Because I can't imagine having a life without spirituality. I can't imagine having a life where I don't see everything as magical and spiritual, because I wouldn't be living in alignment with that divine love, which means I wouldn't be living a truthful life. And how exhausting and how depleting would that be? And now if anybody knows me, they know I got a lot of energy. I always have, always will. I'm just known for that. Wow, you got a lot of energy. I do. And it's because I live a truthful existence. Because I say what it is that I think, and I don't give a crap if you don't like it. You think I'm weird? Perfect. I like the weird ones. I seek them out. You're weird? Oh, look, that person's a little bit different over there. I'll bet they're my people. Because they're being genuine. They're not wearing a mask. They're not pretending to be something that they're not. They're being themselves. And I love those people. I love those people. If you're listening, I love you so much. I love you so very much. You are my people. You could feel that. You know that I meant that when I spoke it. Those feelings that come through here in my voice, you can feel it. You know it. You know that you know. And those truthful energies that pour out of me, you know that you're hearing the truth when you're hearing it. And it's a powerful thing, because many of us go through our lives and we are around disingenuous people, and we're picking up all that disingenuous energy, and then intuitively inside of us we think, well, maybe I need to be, not genuine myself, because these are all the energies I'm picking up on. And you don't even realize you're doing it, but you're not being yourself, because you're surrounded by a whole bunch of energy where people are not being themselves. Let them go. Let my people go. I'm not saying that they're bad. Nobody's bad. Everyone is loved equally. Every single person. But sometimes people are choosing and deciding things that are not going to be beneficial for you. And therefore you need to let them go. You need to step away from that, and you need to find energies that are in alignment. And if you feel alone, goodness comes from this. I have been alone many, 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 many times, but I have never felt lonely. I love being alone because I know that I'm always with the divine. I'm always in the presence of the divine. The Spirit is everywhere. There is nowhere that it is not. And sometimes being alone is so much more beneficial than being around energies that are draining the genuinity out of you. You understand exactly what I mean. If you are with some people and you say, well, I act differently when I'm with these people than with these people, then you are wearing a mask and you are not being genuine. I'm just as weird when I'm with them, or when I'm with them, or when I'm with them, or when I'm with new people, or when I'm with you one-on-one as I am with somebody else. Because I'm always just going to be me. But you know, you yourself perhaps act differently around certain people. Why? Because you intuitively know these people are not going to accept that genuine nature inside me. And so then out of fear, you don't be yourself. But here's the thing that's going on. When you are around those people, they themselves are also not being genuine. This is the energy that you are picking up on. And therefore you are mimicking, you are duetting that energy back out to them, because everything's a mirror. So they're not being genuine, so you're not being genuine. It's a very difficult thing to stay genuine when you are perhaps insecure, when you're afraid that people aren't going to accept you. I think it's a wonderful thing. Somebody doesn't accept you, well, there you go. There's your answer. You don't got to waste 2 seconds on something that's not for you, because that thing that is for you is just right around the corner. If you just keep walking, you'll find it. It's just right there, just right around the corner. Everything is a wonderful gift from the divine. Everything is a wonderful gift from the divine. There's nothing that is not. So if something bad has occurred in your life and you feel like, I think there's something I need to let go of, but I'm not sure what it is, meditate. Meditate on it. Just meditate. Just think about it. This means go into your mind, close your eyes so that you can shut the world off that's all around you. Close your eyes, put yourself into that thinking mind state. Close your eyes, put a picture up there in your third eye, right there in your forehead, where your eyes kind of drift up into your forehead. And as you do that, have a conversation with yourself. What is it that I want? Or just ask yourself, what is it that I need to let go of? And do not allow the I don't know answer to come up in your head, because you do know. But when you tell yourself, I don't know, I can't, then that is what you get. So just tell yourself, what is it that I need to let go of? And then whatever pops in your head, maybe there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 things that you need to let go of. Write them down and work on letting go of those things. Because as you do, I promise you, your energy is going to get lighter. It's going to feel really good. You're going to feel better. You're not going to have that heaviness. You're going to get yourself unstuck like pronto, like real quick, like right now. Sometimes we need to let go of things. Sometimes we need to let go of someone. Sometimes we've been holding on to something, a relationship, a friendship, or this for years too long. Years too long. And all the damage that it is doing to us in the meantime is also a gift from the Spirit that is going to let you know, I don't want that again in the future. And if I ever see that again in the future, I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with it. All is a gift from the Spirit. There's only goodness. There's only goodness that exists. But it's because we believe in the destruction and the chaos and all those negative things, and we give them our power. It's because we believe in them. Do not believe in that. Everything, every single thing, everything, all of it. It's all a gift from the Spirit. And everything that you witness, that you're seeing in your life, it comes from the beliefs that you have. And this is the gift from the Spirit. So I want you to believe in that divine love so deeply and so powerfully that that is what you experience day after day after day after day after day after day after day. And when you recognize that there is something, some type of energy, whether this is a person, place, thing, career, job, whatever, but environment, I don't know, whatever it happens to be, when you recognize this is not that, then you must let that thing go. Because you cannot keep it and get this. You cannot. How is that new thing supposed to come in? If this is an environment, and you're like, oh, I got to get out of this environment. You do. You got to get out of it. You got to get the new environment. You've really got to listen to your intuition here. And then the right people, the right places, the right things, all of it will just vibrate into your frequency, because you will be holding that right frequency. You are emitting that divine love, and then things that feel like that divine love, oh baby, they're just going to flow right into you just like that. You don't even have to do nothing. They will just appear visibly, as visible matter that you see with your eyeballs. They will just appear in your life, and you'll go, oh, that was a coincidence. No, it was not. It was a gift from the Spirit, just like everything is a gift from the Spirit. That's all I have for you today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I so appreciate each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you. You are the gift from the Spirit. You are the gift from the Spirit that has been given here to me. I love you all so very much. You are the gift. You're the gift. You are that gift. You're so valuable. You're so worthy of every good and wonderful thing. All of the loving energies that are about to flow into your life, you will recognize them, and there will be this air of excitement about them when you recognize she was right. It is all a gift from the Spirit. It is all a gift. It's all a gift. It was just about learning. It was about lessons. It was about letting go of what it was that I needed to let go of. Perhaps just in my ego, there was something I needed to let go of, some belief, something that was holding me back, some fear that was not in alignment with divine love. And you will see it, and you will recognize the truthfulness in the statements that I have spoken. And there will be this deep appreciation for the spiritual gifts that you have experienced and that are flowing into your life at this very moment, at every single moment, in the now, in the now, in the now. I love you all very much. Thank you for tuning in here today and listening to me. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's daily podcast. Have a great night.